Today I want to talk to you about product groups and subgroups. Whether you're a seasoned Peach user, a new user, or somebody who's intending to use Peach software, this is a very important part of the software. It enables you to put your products into different groups and subgroups for various reasons. Essentially, product groups and subgroups are used for filtering. These filters are useful when it comes to reordering products, reporting on products as far as performance is concerned, pricing products, or even when stock taking. So firstly, let me show you how product groups and subgroups are set up. Basically, you go into the Task Manager and then go to Setup tab, and then you've got your setup of your group codes and subgroups. There's some other filtering options here in regard to markup codes, price level codes, but today we're going to just concentrate on groups and subgroups. Once you go into one of these setup areas, the groups will be listed, the groups that are already there, and if you want to add more groups, you simply click the plus button over here and you put in your group code and your group description. Now, don't get too hung up on the group codes. They should be up to 6 characters. They can be alphanumeric, they can be just alpha or just numeric if you like. And the name is going to be most important to you, because from any of the screens, when you're looking for a product group or trying to filter it by a product group, then you can actually search for the name. So when you type in a search, it'll start searching the code and the name together and come up with the most logical choice that you're looking for. You'll notice in the product group setup screen that there's a column for online. So that means anyone who's using your B2B portal, that is Trade Connect or Peach Online, the only products they'll be able to view through the portal are products where you've actually ticked that that group is to be available to online users. You also have pricing options here. This is not the most common area you would use for this, but just while I'm here, you can set price B to F to be a discount off price A if a product's in a particular group. There are other areas that you could actually do your pricing, which I'll show you later. As I said, this is not the normal one. And just bear in mind that subgroups and groups are 2 separate tables. They can be used isolated from each other, or they can be used as a combination when it comes to things like pricing and filtering for reports. So just quickly, we'll have a look at a product and we'll show you where the groups and subgroups are. Here they are here. This is my popular Z9 product. It's in group CB and subgroup oil filtration. If I wanted to change the groups that this product's in, I just hit F2 to edit the product, go down here, and I would type in what I'm looking for, choose it from the list. Same with the subgroup there, and then F2 to save that. So now that product is in a different group and subgroup. Another place where it's handy to have your products in groups is group performance reporting. So I can simply go to a customer, any customer in my system, I can open up the graph, and once the graph is open, I can actually choose to view this graph as a group. So I'll look at CF, I think it is, which is my filters, and you can see there that there's sales just for that product group. So it's a great way to see what the trends are of a particular group for a product. And while we're in this customer, I'll show you their pricing drawer, because groups and subgroups are used a lot when it comes to pricing. So for this particular customer, I can go into pricing and I can set up a group. So you can see here that anything in group CB gets price B less 20%. Anything in group TO04 gets price C, and anything in UN gets price E when it's got a combination of UN and a subgroup of fast. So you can see there, that's probably the most common area where our customers use groups for their pricing structures. As I said at the start, groups are used a lot in regard to reporting as well. So you can do all sorts of reports. You can do stock take reports, you can do product performance reports, you can do customer reports by product group. So let me just show you here. If I go into trading reports and then choose year to date, I'll choose a sales by product, and then I've got filters, so I can choose the product group if I like, or if I go straight to the report, I can even sort them by product group and subgroup. I'll just show you how that works. So there you have 11,570 lines, but that's by product group. So basically it's going to separate them into product groups, and under each product group it's going to sort them by a subgroup. Now I can pick part there, or I can pick product subgroup if I like. So you're going to have group code and product subgroup, and it's going to be a summary. So let's have a look at that report quickly. And so there's our report. It's got the headings up here which show the group code, and then the subgroup. So you can see here products in AA with no subgroup. There's the totals. Products in AA with a subgroup gas shock, and this would be alphanumeric order, and then the total of suspension going across there. So depending on how you've got it set up, you can see a report with the groups and subgroups. You can change the filters if you like, and you can change the way it sorts, but another example of where groups and subgroups can work together to provide you with the information you need. Another place you can use groups and subgroups is in generating a supplier order. You may not want to order the entire range from a supplier. It may be the time of the month that you only need to order part of the range, maybe the fast movers, maybe a group and subgroup combination are particularly fast movers or important products to your showroom. So you would simply call up the supplier, you go to generate orders, and then once you've worked out what you want to generate, so I'm ordering below min up to max, I can pick my subgroup, and I can pick my group and pick my subgroup if I wanted to, and then I can generate an order just for that range of products. Another place I can use groups and subgroups is when I want to generate my reorder levels. So basically I can go to generate min-max levels from my supplier tab. There we are there. And then not all products from a particular supplier will come at the same supply rate. Some will come faster, they'll be stocked items, and some will come slower, maybe items that they need to order in. So you may need to tweak your reorder algorithm according to the group and subgroup of the products from a particular supplier. So you can pick a supplier. I'll pick my 003, and I can say any products in this particular group and in this subgroup, I'm going to increase or decrease my average usage and my average weeks I want to stock based on the fact that these products may take a little longer to get to my shop or my warehouse if I do order them. So I'll tweak that, and I'll give that a category, so a code field, so that'll tag those products with this reorder algorithm and generate, and that will generate the reorder triggers for that particular product. So that's very handy to use as well, and again it's using the groups and subgroups as a filtering mechanism. And back on reporting, you can actually select multiple groups when you're doing your report. So I can hit my group code here, I can go multi-groups, it'll come up with all the available groups on the left, and I can move them to the right so that I can add those to my report. So you can move a bunch of groups into a particular report, and that'll add those there for you. Cancel that, and you can also do it with subgroups as well. So that makes it very flexible to do your reporting. The last place I'll show you where groups and subgroups are pretty handy, if we go to control and then we go to product browse, and if you want to look at a particular set of products, I've got my ticks here, so I'll just OK, and this, as you know, displays all the products depending on filters, and those filters can be just show me products in a particular group. So maybe suspension, there's all my suspension parts, and there's my subgroup. So if I pick a subgroup of gas shock, let's see now, here it is here, sorry, wrong one, gas shock, there is there, so they're all my group code AA and subgroup gas shock. If I wanted to, I could filter that further down by preferred supplier or by category, etc. And then I could do a bulk change on those if I wanted to move them, let's say, from one part of the warehouse to another, or if I wanted to change the supplier, or if I wanted to change pricing, I can use groups and subgroups in my calculation of prices. So if one of my suppliers gives me a price rise of a particular group of products, so I could go that supplier, that group, put the price up by 2%, and it would be that quick. So there you have it. There's a whole lot of reasons why groups and subgroups are so important, mainly for pricing, but also for reporting and performance matters. So hopefully that helps. Like I said, it's old news for the people who have been using Peach for many years. Maybe there's a couple of new things there you might have picked up on, or a couple of ideas, such as, you know, retiring some old stock that's not performing, put it in a particular group and sell it out, or write it down. But for those new people with Peach, this is priceless information, and if you're thinking of moving to Peach, it gives you one more reason to do so. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.